Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It's a pretty good day to head to the cabin in West Virginia. First stop, Sheets. Need to fill up the Super Duty. Be a good day for a mileage check here on the Super Duty. We're gonna run about 350 miles today. We're actually gonna try, we're not pulling anything. We're gonna try eco mode today. I've never used this. There's even a nice little leaf down there at the bottom, and the screen, it's green. How nice. We'll see what that does. A couple things I want to accomplish at the cabin today. Number one, we're gonna go for a little hike in the woods, and we're gonna locate a few white pine, maybe 6 or 8 of them that we will harvest probably within the next week or two, and I'll bring them home for the sawmill. We got lots of things to build out of white pine this spring. And the second thing I want to do, I need to change the batteries in some trail cameras and get ready for the big snow this weekend. I'm not sure how much it's going to snow here at home, but no matter which way it goes, I think the cabin, I think we're going to get quite a bit down there, but we'll just have to see. All right, we made it to the cabin, and there is a little bit of snow here, but it is a lot colder here than it is at home. It's funny how you can drive, you know, 2.5 hours south, and it's that much colder down here than it is at home. It looks pretty cool here, even with this little bit of snow. You can see on all these red pines where all the little limbs used to be, the snow collects on those little nubs there. So there's just little dots everywhere. But first thing we need to do, we're gonna hike just about 150 yards up that way. I've got a trail camera. I need to change the batteries in it. That is the hot spot up there. Deer, turkey, fox, coyotes, anything you can think of. I even got pictures of a fisher up there. I have no idea what makes it such a good spot, but it seems to be like the main intersection of all the wildlife down here. All right, made it up here to this camera. A little frozen. Man, it is cold. Windy too. All right, I think we're good. All right, I put just a little bit old yellow out, not much at all. Corn, if you don't know what that is. And I got a new mineral block down in the truck. I'm gonna get it, bring it up here, and we should have some action here by tonight. Now my camera I have at home by the mini cabin in the new field, I switched it over to video, and I'm going to try the same with this one down here, but I'm not sure if I have enough cell service to send video or not. We'll try it and find out, but it's good HD video. I'll show you a couple of the ones just from the last day or so at home. So if I can get this one down here to send video, we're going to see some pretty cool stuff, I promise you. Because there's always something happening down here. I'm telling you what, it is cold. Not used to this. This is like the main trail that goes out through the red pine. I'm going to walk out to the end and then maybe up on top of the hill. I've got more batteries to change, but before we leave, I want to hike down into the white pine. So as soon as you come in the driveway, it's down there to the right. That's where I want to find a few trees to make into lumber. Got a dead one here. Fell across the trail. So we have some nice white pine right here by the cabin, but I want to leave this as is. We're going to head down towards the road, that direction over there. There's kind of a, I wouldn't call it a clearing, but I got a little dead one right here. I had another one that blew over in a windstorm. I got 2 or 3 logs off the bottom of that one, but it wouldn't take much to kind of open this area up just a little bit, and it would be pretty easy to get to. So that's where I'm thinking of getting these from, right in this area in here. I just need to find the right ones. They range in size down here from like, you know, like 12 inches would be a real small one, up to probably 28 or even 30 inches. Now the real big ones are on the far end of the property, but right in here there's still some pretty nice trees. And what's nice about this white pine, there's not much taper to it at all. In other words, the base of the tree, you know, you could get one that's say 22 inches in diameter. Well, you go up 20 or 30 feet, it's still 18 or 20 inches. There's not a lot of taper to them. So you get lots and lots of lumber out of these. Like a 24-inch 12-footer, you get about 300 board feet. And let's say you're sawing them into 1x6s, you would get 50 1x6s, approximately, out of one 12-foot log. So let's say you were using it for siding. That would cover 25 linear feet, 12 feet long. I think I said that all right. Yeah, ones like this are what I'm looking for. You know, this is probably 18, 20 inches in diameter. All of them are nice and straight. And there's a few dead ones in here, but they're pretty well gone. But what's nice about these white pine is they regenerate very well on their own, unlike the red pine. Matter of fact, when you drive down the road here by some of the neighboring properties that are hardwoods, everything close to this property has white pine growing on it, you know, so I'm not going to hurt anything here at all. I can take a few of these down, just kind of randomly down through here, and if I do create any openings, the little ones will just take off, like they did down there on the power line off the other road where we got our Christmas tree this year. So this is actually a pretty easy search because they're everywhere. And down in this area, they're real easy to get to. The circle drive right over there, about 100 feet or so. I never come down in this way at all. I don't know why. I always pull up to the cabin and go back that direction. I never come down in here. Oh yeah, any of these. Oh yeah. I think this is where we'll head. Down this direction. The bigger ones do seem to be right where the red and the white pine meet. But there's a lot of good ones right in here. Toughest part in here is getting the first couple to fall, because they're pretty tight. Easy to get them hung up in here. See, this is a good example of what I was saying. Real tight, real thick with white pine right there. Kind of have a break right here in between the white pine and the red pine. But look at the size. Some of these ones right here. You know, these are 22, 24 inches in diameter right here. Basically, they had a little bit more room to grow, and they just grew bigger than those ones down there. Yeah, that's a big one right there. It's nice coming down here, just kind of hiking around a little bit, seeing what's going on. The wind is definitely picking up. All right, so it's Thursday about noon, and you're going to see this video in just a few hours. I'm going to publish it here in just a little bit. But I was down at the cabin on Tuesday. And before I forget, I checked the mileage on the Super Duty when I got back, and I got 21.2 miles per gallon, which is just fantastic in that truck. Probably had about an hour of idling. I had to make a couple stops. I just left the truck run. Plus, there's a lot of mountains, a lot of hills, a lot of back roads. You know, from here down to Morgantown, then over to Brewston Mills is all interstate, a lot of steep stuff, but from there on, it's back windy roads and up and down mountains. So 21.2, pretty happy with. The other thing, the big snowstorm that we were supposed to get coming up this weekend, it looks as though it's going to be mostly east of us, east and south. The cabin probably get quite a bit down there, but I think they're only calling for a couple inches here, although it looks like this is going to be kind of a reoccurring thing over the next couple weeks. So we should probably get a decent snow here. I don't really care about the snow either way. I just want it to get cold. The plan tomorrow is it's going to be frozen. I'm going to go out in the woods and do a lot of cutting. I've got some trees to drop, cut a bunch of firewood. So if it's frozen tomorrow, that's what I'll be doing. The trail cameras, I've got good news and bad news regarding the trail camera. I mentioned that I was going to set the cameras in West Virginia to video, which I did. Worked out really well, almost too well. I got probably 200 videos in the last couple of days of deer down at the cabin, and it killed my batteries in just 2 days. I need to switch that up. I'm using just alkaline. I know the lithium batteries will work better, but better yet, I need to get an external, bigger battery pack. Just doing pictures on those Spy Point cameras, I mean hundreds and hundreds of pictures, I'll get at least a month out of them, even in the wintertime. But the video just killed the battery, so I need to work on that. But I got a couple small buck, tons of doe. No turkeys yet, but they'll be there in just a little bit, I'm sure. They're probably there right now. We always have turkeys coming through. But I'll show you some of those video clips right now. So yeah, if I can keep those cameras running with a bigger battery, we're going to see some pretty cool stuff down there. Like I said, I got hundreds of video clips from the last couple of days. That was just a few random ones that I selected. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Maybe first of next week, we'll see what the weather's doing. I may head back down there, drop a few of those white pines, and we'll swap out those batteries with a bigger, better battery. And we'll continue that on. Maybe once a week, every 2 weeks or something, I'll add some video clips if you'd like to see that. I love looking at that stuff. I do. Maybe you do as well. Let me know in the comments. Other thing I wanted to mention, our newsletter. We have about 14,000 people right now signed up for our newsletter, and we've been sending them out about twice a month. You usually get the inside scoop on when Firestarter is going to come available. And we just give kind of a look back from, the weeks prior and a look ahead of things coming up. And people seem to like it, and we like doing it. All you need to do, go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com. There will be a pop-up that comes up. Enter your email, and you are signed up for our newsletter. That's all there is to it. So don't send us an email asking to be on the newsletter. Just go to the website. The other thing about the website, since I stopped numbering videos a long time ago, a lot of people like when they're in order. You can go to our website, click on videos. They're all there in chronological order. You can start at one, work your way back, find which one you're looking for. So check that out as well. But there's something else I thought I wanted to tell you, and I can't remember what it is right now. So we'll figure it out on the next video. I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.